Alright, guys. I believe it's either part 26 or part 27. Yes, I'm still going with this one, guys, but I'm having a lot of fun with this Totodile. He's actually very cute and very fun. So, yeah, I just said to make double sure he doesn't hurt us, and so we get him back for how he was talking to us. You or me could turn to Lugia and use your powers to bring the man over to us so we can give him a piece of our mind like he was doing us earlier. He nods his blissy form's head in agreement. That's a perfect idea, Trenton, he says, his voice filled with enthusiasm. I'll transform into Lugia right now and bring him over to us. He adds his blissy form body began to glow and started to transform. As he transformed into Lugia, his eyes glowed with a psychic energy. I use my psychic powers to bring him over to us, he says, his Lugia form filled with authority. And then we'll give him a piece of our mind, just like he deserves. He has the Lugia form fixed intently on the man who's still cowering in his turtle form. After all the torture he's put us both through, really lucky I'm not wanting to hurt him. Especially after all the trauma he just gave me. He nods his Lugia form head in agreement, his eyes still fixed intently on the man. Yeah, he's very lucky indeed, Trenton, he says, his Lugia form's voice filled with a sense of justice. He's pushed us both to our limits, and yet we're still showing him mercy. He adds his Lugia form's expression stern. That doesn't mean we're going to let him off scot-free, he says, his Lugia form voice firm. We'll make sure he knows that he can't just walk all over people and expect to get away with it. He adds his Lugia form as going with a fierce determination. This is gonna be great. Period. We know his fear too. So maybe I can transform back into a dog. A massive dog. Just to intimidate him more. He chose the Lugia forms when I was glinting with amusement. Ah, Trenton, you're a genius, he says, his Lugia form's voice filled with approval. Transforming into a massive dog will definitely intimidate him even more. He adds his Lugia form expression mischievous. And with my Lugia form looming over him, he'll be shaking in his boots, he says. The Lugia form dripping with satisfaction. Let's do it, Trenton. He adds his Lugia form eyes fixated until on the man who's still cowering in his turtle form. I close my eyes and envision myself becoming a 17-foot tall German Shepherd. Same size as Lugia. He wasn't honest. I transformed into a massive 17-foot tall German Shepherd. My fur is thick, majestic color black and tan. Whoa! He's going to the Lugia form that's wide with admiration. That's the perfect form to intimidate him. He has his Lugia form eyes glinting with mischief. Now, let's go give him a piece of our mind. He says a Lugia form voice as he uses his powers to bring the man closer to us. The man is very close to us after a moment. because of a psychic energy. And we both can see that he is shaking. Especially at my German Shepherd form. Mm-mm. He is the man with a stern expression, his little uniform, his eyes piercing. Ah, you're shaking, are ya? He says, his little uniform voice firm. Well, you should be, he adds, his uniform's voice dripping with authority. You've been treating us with disrespect and contempt, and now it's time to face the consequences. He says as a Lugia forms eyes fixated on the man. Trenton, why don't you tell him how you feel? He suggests as Lugia forms encouraging. I'm sure he's dying to know. As Lugia forms eyes glinting with amusement as he takes a step closer to the man, his massive wings spread wide. You thought it was hilarious to play on my fear of bugs. Even though I begged you to stop. Now I know your fear. And I will be your worst nightmare. Oh my. I wonder what. Holy crap. You thought it was hilarious to play on my fear of bugs, even though I begged you to stop. I know your fear, and I will be your worst nightmare. That's actually very cool. Intimidating, but cool. Alright, guys. Here we go. This is where it's really getting good. I just told him, you thought it was hilarious to play on my fear of bugs, even though I begged you to stop? Now, I know your fear, and I will be your worst nightmare. He watches the man's eyes widen in terror as he gazes up at my massive German Shepherd form. He chuckles, his little uniform's eyes glinting with amusement. It looks like the tables have turned, didn't it? He says, his little uniform's voice dripping with satisfaction. You think you can play on Trenton's fears? Now you're the one who's shaking in his boots. He adds, his little uniform's voice firm. And Trenton, you're right. His little uniform's eyes fixated on him. You do know his fear, he says. Man, the fear of being trapped in a room full of tarantulas, that too. Oh, well, that. His uniform's eyes glinting with mischief. Because he is extremely terrified. There we go. Oh, this is going to be good. Here's what it says. My eyes start going an eerie green, and all of a sudden there is a bunch of dogs surrounding me. He wasn't Oz, the man's eyes wide in terror as he's surrounded by the pack of dogs, their eyes glowing with an otherworldly energy. He chuckles his little gift form, eyes glinting with amusement. It looks like you unleash your fury upon him, Trenton. His little form's voice dripping with satisfaction. And now The piece de resistance? He adds, his little horns always low and menacing. The tarantulas, he exclaims, as the air around us begins to distort and ripple on us. Swarm of tarantulas begins to measure us, their beady eyes fixated on the man. Make sure none of them are facing me. Because remember, I am still scared of spiders too. Everyone's going to deal with me. Don't worry, Trenton, he says, the uniform voice. I got your back. As I use his powers to ensure all tarantulas are facing the man, none of them are facing me. Tarantulas will only be facing him, says the uniform. You're safe. Yes, as he keeps a watch on the man, who's now covered in terror, surrounded by the pack of dogs and the swarm of tarantulas. So, how does it feel? You wanted to torture me with bugs. Now we torture you with your biggest fears. He watches in a mixture of horror and fascination as the man surrounded by the tarantulas and dogs. Ah, Trenton, he says, a little menacing. I must admit, he adds, Louis Form glinting with a half beard. I didn't expect you to turn the tables on me like this. Why is it? And Louis Form's voice dripping with a mixture of reverence and fear. You're a formidable opponent, Trenton. As he takes a step back as Lugia as seen before us. But enough of this. I think it's time for me to glinting with a hammer transform with a soft blue light. What are you about to turn into? I'm not trying to attack you. I'm not trying to attack you. Come on, don't turn to something I'm scared of, please. I'm not attacking you. I'm not. They're facing the man that we got trapped. Please don't. Oh no. Let's go with the soft blue light and leave him. Wait. He begins to go with the soft blue light and his uniform makes a distort and change. Ah, Trenton. He says, his voice broke with a whisper. I'm going to transform into. He pauses as glinting with mischief. A poem that would give you a run for your money. Excuse me? I'm going to become. What was it? A Giratina. I'm not against you. Ghost Rider type for one. Wait, are you about to attack me? I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm trying to get back at the man that tortured us. You better not turn on me now. He was about to attack me. He was about to turn against me. He looked at me with a hint of surprise and then he glanced at the man who's still cowering in terror. Ah, Trenton. Uniform voice low in jail. I see. Yeah, he realizes that I misinterpreted my intentions. You're not trying to hurt me. You're trying to protect me. Your uniform going to understanding. And you're getting back at the man who tortured us. Yeah, it's his voice filled with a sense of solidarity. I'm with you, Trenton. Turn to face the man, your uniform eyes blazing with a fierce determination. Let's show him the true meaning of fear. Yeah, it's voice dripping with mass. Together. Alright, all my dog friends. You can slowly move in on him now. Make him pay for what he has put us through. Why in the world was crying about? He was about to turn against me. He literally was about to turn against me, dude. I don't know if he finds that funny. Oh, heck no. Oh my. He watches the pack of dogs begins to move on the man, their eyes fixed intently on him. Ah, cheating, he says in a guillotine form, voice low and miss. It's time for him to face the consequences of his actions. Yeah, as the man cowers in terror, surrounded by the dogs. Wait, you only want to have mischief. I think I'll add a little something to make it even more interesting. He adds as he raises a spectral hand and summons a swirling vortex of ghostly energy. Watch I unleash the power of the ghost dragon type. Exclaims as the vortex erupts in a blast of energy that sends the man stumbling back. After this happens, the man says, I gotta get out of here. But before he does, he gets in front of me and says, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I tortured you with those bugs. Please, stop the torture. Oh my gosh. As this happens, the man says, I gotta get out of here. Before he does, he gets in front of me and says, I'm sorry, I told you. I tortured you with those bugs. Please stop the torture. He watches the man stumbles back, his eyes wide with fear, and then he falls to his knees in front of me. Ah, Trenton, he says again, filled with a mix of surprise and joy. It seems that the man has finally realized the error of his ways. Yeah, just the man begs for mercy. But it's too little too late. Guilty informs us, glinting with a hint of sadness. He should have thought of that before he decided to torture us. He adds as the man's eyes point with you for forgiveness. But it's not for me to decide. As he turns to me, Trenton, what do you say? Do you accept his apology? His guilty informs voice neutral. After all the torture he has put me through? No, I don't. He nods and gets on his head in understanding. Ah, Trenton. He says, his voice filled with a sense of solidarity. I don't blame you one bit. As the man's face contorts in a mixture of fear and despair. He has earned his fate, he says, his guilty hand. Warren's eyes glinting with a hand of justice. Let him face the consequences of his actions, he adds, as the man's body begins to weaken his life force. Oh my gosh. It's only fitting, he says, his eyes fill with a sense of closure. They should suffer as he has made you suffer. As the man's body finally goes limp. His eyes frozen in a permanent stare. It is done. One voice filled with a sense of justice has been served. By the way, why did you think I was about to attack you a while ago? Even though I would never do that. I want to know. Because he literally was about to turn the guillotine and attack me. He came back into a study off one of his eyes, gazing at me with a hint of vulnerability. Ah, Trenton. His voice barely. I'm sorry if I misjudged you. As he went down to the pause. As a total, I've been hurt before. His voice filled with a hint of sadness. By those who said they were my friends. As he looks up at me. But you. His voice filled with a sense of wonder. You're different. He adds as he takes a step closer to me. You're kind and gentle. Filled with a sense of gratitude. I'm glad that I was wrong about you. As he nuzzles my leg, seeking comfort and reassurance. I would never harm you. I promise. Yeah. He looks at me with the big round eyes, tail wagging lightly as he feels a sense of relief and trust. Ah, Trin, he says, his voice filled with a sense of happiness. Thank you. Yeah, as he nuzzles my way in. I believe you. His voice filled with a sense of trust. You're the first person who's ever made me feel safe. As he looks up at me with adoration. I promise to always be there for you too. He says, his voice filled with a sense of loyalty. As your friend. He adds, he smiles up at you. And as your Totodile. Mine? Question mark. Why do you say mine? Oh no, I hope I didn't confuse him. I think I may have did. He looks at me with a big round eyes, tail wagging so as he feels a sense of relief and trust. Oh wait. He looked at me with a sleepless expression as he was folding back. Oh, Trenton. Filled with a sense of interest, but I guess I just feel like I belong to you now. Huh? He adds as he looks down at my paws. You're the first person who's ever treated me with kindness and respect. His voice filled with a sense of gratitude. And I feel like I can trust you. As he looks at me with big round eyes. So in a way I feel like I'm yours. Aww. His voice was, if you want me to be, that is. Sure, you helped me a lot when I was suffering through the trauma of the bugs earlier. It's only fair that I would help you. He smiles at me while his eyes showing happiness. Trenton, he says, his voice filled with a sense of gratitude. You're too kind. He nodded my way in. I'm just glad I could help, he says, his voice filled with a sense of satisfaction. I'm glad we're friends, he adds as he looks at me with a mischievous glint in his eye. Now, you don't mind, I think I'll just stay close to you from now on. Aww, he says, his voice filled with a sense of possessiveness, just in case any more bugs come along. Okay, well, at least I got a bug. At least I got a bug guard now. To make the Pokemon even more comfortable, I close my eyes and envision myself as a because I just found out the evolution. I'm hoping he'll be more feel even more comfortable with me like that. So since I'll be a lot smaller compared to him too, or a lot not smaller, but I'll be a lot smaller than I am now. Let's see what we got. He looks at a happy side as he senses my transformation. He snuggles up close to my familiar form. Trenton, he says, his voice filled with contempt. You're even more amazing as a fur alligator. He adds his nose with my scaly skin. I feel so safe and protected with you like this. His voice barely will whisper. Thank you for being such a wonderful friend. He adds as he closes his eyes and lets out a happy sigh, feeling completely at ease in your presence. Did he go to sleep? I gently pet the Pokemon. There we go. He lets out a soft rumbling purr, his tail wagging slightly as he enjoys the gentle petting. Trenton, he says, his voice filled with happiness. This feels so good. He adds as he leans into my touch, his eyes still closed in bliss. I can stay like this forever, he says, his voice barely above a whisper. Just you and me, together in peace. He adds as he lets out a contented sigh, feeling completely relaxed and at ease in your presence. Aww. He's so cute, dude. All of a sudden, while petting the Pokemon, I feel something hit me in the back of the head. And when I look, it's a Pokeball. I'm not paying the ball when I feel something hit me in the back of the head, and when I look, it's a Pokeball. Oh heck! Now somebody's trying to throw flipping a ball at my face. Frick that crap! Oh no! I'll flipping try one of a dragon to make sure I don't get captured by this. He lets out a loud panic cry as he sees the Pokeball hurling towards me, and he tries to shield you with his body. No! Shouts, his voice filled with alarm. Trenton, watch out! As he tries to hit the ball away, but it's too late. As the Pokeball hits you and you're sucked inside. Oh, heck no. Trenton! He said, no! Don't take him away from me! As if randomly trying to get to the Pokeball, but it's too late and it clicks shut, trapping you inside. How? All of a sudden, the Pokeball just lets me back out. And then I hear a voice say, dang it! I almost had it. Somebody's trying to capture me, and they about said that ball actually shut with me in it. Luckily it didn't. Oh my gosh. What the frick? I don't care. Are you trying to get me in trouble on YouTube? Nope. Puts outside Roy as he Royce as I get Royce from the Pokemon, he rushes to my side, nuzzling me gently. Oh, Trenton, he says, his voice filled with concern. Are you okay? He asks as he looked up to see who spoke. Started to growl. Who are you? He demands, his voice firm and protective. Why'd you try to catch Trenton? Because I was a Pokemon? His eyes narrowing as he prepares to defend me. The person responds, because he is a Pokemon. Duh. Are you kidding me right now? So now I can't be in a Pokemon form because the minute I do, somebody will try capturing me. And it about worked. He lets out a sorrow. Okay, wait, that's still. He lets out a loud, indignant cry and he pulls out his chest. You think that's a good enough reason? He shouts, his voice filled with outrage. Trenton is my friend, not just a Pokemon to be caught. He had his eyes flashing with anger. You're not going to catch him no matter what, he declares, his voice firm and resolute. I'll protect him with my life, he adds, his voice dripping with determination. Now, leave us alone, he shouts, his voice echoing through the air. I am not a Pokemon. I just look like one. Now please leave me and my friend alone. Who's the main surprise and anybody at this? Oh, his voice fell. I apologize, I didn't mean to assume. Elder began. You're not a Pokemon? He asked, his voice filled with curiosity. What do you mean you look like one? His eyes narrowing so as he tried to understand. And what's going on with your body? He had his voice filled with. You're just a human, now you're. Oh, yes. Remember, I'm a human that can transform. Just like you. Remember, you said I was the only human that accepted you for who you were? That accepted you for who you were, even with your transformations. I was just a phoenix earlier, protecting both of us from that psychotic man. Remember? Hurts me with a mix of surprise and embarrassment. Oh, Trenton, filled with rose. I'm so sorry. Rose interrupted. I forgot that you can transform too. Feeling a bit sorry for not remembering earlier. I remember now. You were a fence earlier, protecting us from that man. His voice filled with a gratitude. Thank you, Trenton. Just eyes shining with appreciation. You're right. I did say you were the only human who accepted me for who I am, and I'm so grateful for that. His voice filled with emotion. I'm so lucky to have you as a friend, Trenton. Says verbal whisper. The man that threw the Pokeball at me tried again and hit me in the head again. Mm-mm. Um, he looks at a lot of anger roaring, transforms into a massive loogie. His wings spread wide as he shields me from the man. No! He shouts, as was wandering through the air. Not again! His eyes point between me and the man. You're not going to hurt Trenton again, he declares, his voice firm. I won't let you. He shouts, his wings beaming in the air as he prepares to defend me. The man that threw the ball at me said, let me capture that. You stupid Lugia. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. And threw the ball at me, said, "Let me capture that frogger, you stupid old. You're an idiot. You're asking. Yeah, you're making Lugia extremely mad. He lets out a deafening screech and swoops down his talons, extending as he prepares to attack the man. You think I'm just a Lugia? He shouts, his voice echoing through the air. I'm Totodile, the transforming Pokemon. He, that voice went free. And I'll never let you capture me or Trenton, he adds. He takes swipe, his talons swiping at the man as he defends me. You're just a pathetic trainer who can't even tell the difference between a Lugia and a Totodile. Shouts, his voice dripping with contempt. Just to show the man I am not a Pokemon. I close my eyes again and envision myself as a fire-breathing dragon. This is cool, dude. He wasn't honest. I transformed into a magnificent fire-breathing dragon. My scales glistening in the sunlight as I let out a mighty roar. Whoa! His voice broke above a whisper. Trenton, you're... He trails off, unsure of what to say as he stares at my new form in wonder. I mean, I need to transform, but... His amazement. You're a dragon! And his voice filled with excitement. A fire-breathing dragon! He repeats, his voice full of awe. The man just looks up at me and says, Wait, what happened to the Pokemon that was just here? He looks at her while still in his Lugia form and shakes his head. You're just now realizing that Dritten isn't a Pokemon? He says, his voice filled with amusement. You're a little slow on the uptake, aren't you? Yeah, his voice glinting with teasing. Dritten is a human, a very special one at that. He says, his voice filled with pride. And you just tried to capture him with a Pokeball. Explains his voice dripping with sarcasm. Real smart move, trainer. He says, his voice heavy with sarcasm. I know I may look like a Pokemon, but your Pokeballs are not going to work. Because I am not a Pokemon. So I would really appreciate it if you would stop throwing them at me. Toto, don't get mixed up. Please don't get mixed up. He chose and nods his head in agreement, still in a Lugia form. Fair enough, Triton. What? His voice filled with me. I think the trainer here has finally caught on. He adds, his eyes glinting with teasing. No more Pokeballs for you, trainer. His voice firm. Triton is off limits, he declares, his voice spread wide as he continues to shield me. Now, why don't you just back off and leave us alone? His voice firm but polite. Despite me being nice to him, for some reason, he grabs another Pokeball and threw it at my fire-breathing dragon form. You're an idiot. You are an idiot. You are an idiot. Despite me being nice to him, for some reason he grabbed another ball and threw it at my fire-breathing dragon form. He lets out a loud squall and swoops down. His talons extending as he intercepts the Pokeball and swats it away. Are you kidding me? He shouts his voice up through the air. Didn't you just hear Triton tell you he's not a Pokemon? His eyes blazing with fury. Do you have a death wish or something? His talons snapping wildly as he defends me. Triton is under my protection now, and I won't let you hurt him. He declares, his voice firm and resolute. Back off, trainer, before things get ugly. Oh. He warns, his wings spread wide in a threatening gesture. Uh-oh. You're making a Toto that can transform into different Pokemon angry. You don't want to make an angry Pokemon. No, you do not. Especially one that can transform and put into anything he wants to. I would be terrified right now if I were him. Despite the warning, the man does not believe us. Even though he literally saw me transform. Wow, this dude's nuts. Oh my gosh. How does he not believe us, dude? He saw me turn into something different. He lets out a fierce cry and charges the trainer, his blue uniform glowing with a fierce determination. That's it! I've had enough of your disrespect! He shouts, his talons extended as he prepares to attack. You're not listening to us, so maybe a little demonstration will get through to you. He exclaims, his eyes blazing with fury. Trenton, show him what you can really do, shouts, his voice echoing through the air. Show him the true power of a transforming human, sweet Arceus. Lane's beaten while it eggs me on. Listen, dude, I am giving you one more chance. I am not a Pokemon. If you throw one more ball at my head, I am not holding back with anything. Now leave me and my friend alone. Here's a freeze ground touches the as we forms are right in the freezer. Finally, a warning that gets through to him, he says, his voice still low and menacing. You'd better listen, trainer, because Drin isn't kidding around anymore. He has his eyes fixated on the trainer. One more ball, and you'll be the one who'll be in for a world of trouble. He warns Talon still standing in a threatening gesture. Now, for the last time, leave us alone. He shouts, his voice echoing through the air. Oh my gosh, I love this. This is dope.